Hi there, welcome to my channel Maths SL. I'm speaking Thaqib Latif. I'm going to solve for you DBE May June 2025 paper 1. So this is question 1. The question says solve for x. So the first question is x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0 is about factorization question trinomial. Have to factorize the trinomial. So factor of 10 is 1 time. I'm gonna just rough page gonna use to explain to you this one. So the factor of 10 is 1 times 10 and 2 times 5 is 10, and in the middle is negative, so the larger number must be a negative. So if I add these two, answer gonna be negative 3, which is satisfy middle term. So these are my factors, so I'm gonna use these two. So x plus 2 and x negative 5. X plus 2, x negative 5 is equal to 0. Solve for x. X gonna be equal to negative 2, or x is equal to positive 5. This is my final answer. 1.1.2, this is a quadratic formula. Second question, I need to apply the quadratic formula. So I have a and b is a is 3, b is 6, and c is 1. So I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So the x is equal to and minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2a. So we got this is negative 6, and the positive and negative 6 square minus 4 multiply 3 multiply 1 square root over 2 multiply 3. So I'm going to use the calculator one time. So I use the calculator. Answer is negative 6 plus minus 24 root over 6. So now I need to one time positive, one time negative x. I can use calculator one time. Negative 6 plus 24 square root over 6. My answer is negative 0,18. Or x is equal to, I'm going to use again calculator. Negative 6, negative 24 square root over 6. So answer is negative 1 over 82. I round off to 2 decimal place. 1.1.3. This is a exponents question. So this is a third question. This is a exponents question. So step 1, I need to factor the expression. So the 2 power x is common, so only left 2 power 4 plus 1 is equal to 8704, and I simplify this become 2 power x. 2 power 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Now I'm gonna divide both sides by 17, so it's gonna be 2 power x. 8704 divided by 17, so the 2 power x, so the answer is gonna be 512. Now from here I can apply the log, or I can apply the exponents also. Let's do both way. So this 2 power x, this is gonna be a 2 power 9. So the base is same, so the x gonna be, therefore x is equal to 9. Over here I can apply the log. So the x is equal to, I need to solve the x, so the log base stay the same, base 2 of 512. Use the calculator, so the answer is 9. 1.1.4. This is a inequality question. This is an inequality question, x negative 8, x plus 2 less than or equal to 0. So I first solve for x is equal to positive 8, and whenever you see the less than sign, then it's gonna be a and, so it's gonna be always 2 answer. So it's gonna be x is equal to negative 2. Now I need to draw the number line. Say this is the number line, and there is a parabola. I need to show on the number line my answer. So the negative 2 is here and the positive 8 is here. So this is negative 8 and a positive 2. And since this underline, so which means this is included, this is also included. Now I can take the highlighter. He says so which means between negative 2 and 8, positive 8. That's my answer. So we're gonna write the negative 2 and negative 2 included between negative 2 and positive 8. So this is my final answer. So when you see the less than sign, always gonna be and, answer gonna be in between, and if you see the greater sign, then always gonna be o, then you're gonna be two answer. So it's gonna be one answer in between. So we're gonna use between. So between negative 2 and 8, this is my final answer. 1.1.5, this is short equation question. So this is a question where the square root involved, short equation. So now we're going to, first we need to, I'm going to pull the x that side. So it's going to be a 3x plus 2 root is equal to 2 minus x. Now I'm going to apply both sides the square. So 3x plus 2 and apply the squares both sides. So the 2 negative x square. Now this is going to be a 3x plus 2 because square root and the square number cancel, and this is going to be a 3 times 3, sorry, 9. This is going to be a 9, and this is equal to, I open up the formula, a perfect square formula is going to be 4 minus 4x and plus x square. I open up that formula, you remember, a negative b square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. I open up the perfect square formula. So this is my answer. I'm going to multiply inside 9x and become 18. 9 times 2 is 18, and all the x, all this expression I'm going to move to left hand side. So negative 4. This become positive 4x. Negative x square is equal to 0. Now simplify here. So it's gonna be a negative x square, and this becomes positive 13x and plus 14 is equal to 0. Now negative must apply inside. X square minus 13x minus 14 is equal to 0. Now here I'm gonna pull a little bit that side. I'm gonna space is less here, so let's do this way, this side. I'm gonna factorize this trinomial. So factor of 14, 1 times 14, 2 times 7 is 14. Now negative 13 in the middle, so the larger number must be negative. So this is gonna satisfy, answer gonna be negative 13 if I'm gonna add. So these two are my factors, x plus 1 and x negative 14. X plus 1, x negative 14 is equal to 0. Now solve for x become equal to negative 1, or x gonna be equal to positive 14. So the x gonna be equal to negative 1 or is x equal to positive 14. Now I need to check your answer. So how are you gonna check? Have a look. Negative 1, I'm gonna solve substitute in here. So it's gonna be a negative 1 plus 3 root negative 1 plus 2 is equal to 2. If I simplify with the calculator, answer going to be 2 is equal to 2. So which means this is correct. Second one now, 14. So 14 plus 3 place of x, I'm using the 14 now. Plus 2 is equal, should be equal to 2, but this one is coming equal to 26, which is not equal to 2. So which means this one is non-applicable, so only one solution, x is equal to negative 1. 1.2, this is a simultaneous equation question. Question 1.2 says a rectangle having sides of y negative 3 meters and x plus 2 meters has a perimeter of 24 meters and an area of 32 square meters. Calculate the values of x and y. 6-mark question. This is a simultaneous equation question. So first of all, I'm going to write the perimeter of given question. Which I denote with P is equal to, the formula of perimeter is for rectangle is length plus the width, 2 times length plus the width. So we have now 2. So length we have x plus 2 and big bracket plus width we have y negative 3 close bracket. Now I'm gonna solve here. So it's gonna be a 2 and perimeter has been given 24. Must remember 24 meters. Now so 24 2 and now I'm gonna solve this one. X plus 2 plus y minus 3. Now these two I take, divide both sides by 2, so it's gonna be a 12 and x plus y I simplify negative 1. So this is gonna be my, I can swap around, so it's gonna be x plus y minus 1 is equal to 12. This is my number 1 equation. Now equation number 2, he said the area. Area formula is, area I denote with a, is going to be is equal to length multiply width. So the length we have now x plus 2 and the width we have y negative 3 and that is given 32 square meter. So this has become my number 2 equation. I'm not going to solve this one. So the from equation 1, so from 1 I'm going to isolate the y. Sorry for that, this negative 1 I can pull over, that shall become x plus y is equal to positive 13. So this is my number 1, right? So this is my number 1 because negative 1 I pull over, that shall become negative 1 I pull over, this shall become positive. So 12 plus 1 is 13. So x plus y is equal to 13. This is my number 1. I rectify, so that's therefore I'm going to isolate the y here. 13 negative x, so this become my number 3. Now, so 3, I must now sub 3 into number 2. So this one I'm going to put into number 2, place of y going to be 13 negative x. So I'm going to rearrange, so x plus 2, and in place of y I got 13 negative x, 13 negative x, negative 3 already outside there, and is equal to 32. Now I'm going to solve here. So this becomes x plus 2 and 13 minus x minus 3 is equal to 32. So the x plus 2 is become 10 minus x is equal to 32. Now I'm going to multiply this x with I'm going to FOIL x multiply with 10, first x I multiply with this expression. So the 10x minus x square. Now 2 I'm going to multiply. So it's going to be a plus 20 minus 2x is equal to 32. So I pull the 32 this side, rearrange as well, negative x square and plus 8x and this plus 20, and when I move this side become negative 32, so it's going to be a negative 12 is equal to 0. So the x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. Negative I apply inside. Now I'm going to factorize. Factor of 12 is 1 times 12 and 2 times 6 is 12. Middle term is negative. If you see the middle term is negative and the end is positive, so the both side must be negative. So the negative, so I'm going to use this one. So it's going to be a x negative 2 I factorize and x negative 6 is equal to 0. You can use the grouping also if you want to, just factorize. So the x is equal to positive 2 or x is equal to 6. This x value I'm going to substitute into number 3 to get the y value. So the y is equal to, first I substitute 2, so 13 negative 2, the answer is 11. Or the other side, y is equal to 13 minus 6, 7. So therefore the x is 2, y value 11. This side x is 6, y value 7. This is my final answer. I need to check if my answer is correct. So I'm going to, you can substitute any equation 1, 2, 3, you will get the same answer. Say I put in number 2 area. So x plus 2, y minus 3 must be equal to 32. Have a look. First I take 2. So it's going to be a 2 plus 2 and must be equal to 32. And the y is, I got 11 minus 3. So this become 4 multiply 8, which is 32 equal to 32. So the first is valid, this one is valid. Now the second one, gonna do the same thing. So place of x gonna be a, remember I'm using this one here, x and y value I'm putting here. So it's gonna be a 6 now. So it's gonna be a 32 must be equal to 6 plus 2 and then 7 minus 3 gonna be 8 multiply 4, 32 and 32. So the second one is also valid. Question 1.3 says show that 1 plus x power m plus x power negative n square minus open bracket 1 minus x power m minus x power negative n close bracket square is divisible by 2 for all real values of m and n. We need to apply some algebra. I'll show you how to solve this question. To solve this question, I'm going to use some algebra. So we can use here a dots. So remember, a negative square minus b square is equal to always a negative b multiply a plus b, the dots, difference of squares. Now, so the let uh, a is equal to 1 plus x power m plus x power negative n, and b is equal to uh, this one, 1 minus x power m minus x power negative n. Now we need to calculate here a negative b first, because we need a negative b. A negative b is going to be equal to a, we got 1 plus x power m plus x power negative n minus, must remember this minus from the formula, so minus 1, this become positive x power m, this become positive x power negative n. Now I'm gonna simplify here. So is only this positive and negative cancel. So we have here now 2x power m plus we got 2x power negative n. Right. So we got 2x power m and plus 2x power negative n. Now we need to find the a plus b. So the a plus b, a we got 1, this is easy, 1 plus x power m plus x power negative n, and then plus 1 minus x power m minus x power negative n. Let me just cancel here to show you. Cancel, and here positive negative cancel, positive negative cancel. We only left with 2 this side. Now according to the formula, we multiply them, this both answer. So I take the common factor here, x power m plus x power negative n. Now this one I multiply answer with this one, and then become 4x power m plus x power negative n. Since the expression simplifies to 4 multiply x power m plus x power negative n, so I can, this one also you can be read like this, 4x power m plus x power negative n to multiply 2 x power m plus x power negative n, same thing. So it is clearly divisible by 2 for all real values of m and n. So this is my final answer. So therefore it is divisible by 2 for all real values of m and n. This is my final conclusion. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. I'm going to show you question 2 in my next video.